Hey guys, so I don't know about you, but I'm the kind of person that can't sit still. I have so many different kinds of hobbies. I like to go out on walks, I like to go run, I like to hang out with people, I like to socialize, I like to clean, I like to craft, I like to improve myself. And ever since I was a teenager, I had this thing in my mind of every day doing something that makes me feel closer to my goals or makes me feel productive. I think that's just a human thing, right? Being productive and wanting to do things. So I was thinking right now, a lot of people that are pursuing acting, or a lot of people like me who have a full-time job and then acting on top of that, we now have more time from our full-time job to do other acting related things. And at this moment of possibilities, I wanted to share with you some of the things I've been doing during this shelter in place in order to stay proactive, stay active, stay thinking like I'm going to be doing something, because I feel sometimes that I moved to LA at the worst time. I moved in November of 2019. It is right now, as of filming this, April of 2020, and when I moved, you know, Thanksgiving vacation, okay, I went back to the Bay, and then Christmas vacation and New Year's, I went on vacation to Virginia, and then in March, we got sheltered in place, and all of the acting jobs seem to disappear. There are a few auditions here and there at home, of course, but yeah, I just feel like I moved at the wrong time. Like I'm not able to take full advantage of it. You know, I wish I could just like freeze my 9-to-5 job here and be like, I'll come back when, you know, the acting stuff is back too. Like I'm gonna go to the Bay or, you know, hang out with my family. But anyways, what I was talking about is that I'm going to be sharing some of the things that I have been doing, that I've been enjoying to better my acting and feel like I am being productive, and I'm gonna come out a better actress after this shelter in place and be able to book more jobs and just be more knowledgeable in general about the industry. So I'm gonna share 5 things that you can also be doing right now. The first thing is go subscribe to Backstage. This isn't sponsored. I've never worked with them. I've tried actually contacting them a few times so that we can work together, because I've made a lot of videos about them and I think they're a cool company. But anyways, go subscribe to Backstage, because right now they are pumping out so many YouTube videos and YouTube live videos. I also visited their website and I noticed they have classes and other, of course they always have all kinds of articles. So if you haven't ever searched on Backstage, you don't even have to be a paid member. You can access their articles and of course their YouTube channel. And they are doing Zoom classes, and I have been watching a lot of their live videos on self-tape auditions, voiceover, singing, just all kinds of stuff. And it's usually 1 hour long conversation class workshop of a 1 hour long video where a professional will talk about a specific thing. And some of them have been really inspirational, just saying, you know, at this time, maybe a lot of us don't have jobs, so this is how you can improve your voiceover, your acting, your self-tape audition setup. They do them at different times every day. I think it's because the people that they are bringing on to do these live videos, of course, have different schedules. They are very newbie friendly, but they also have some inspirational stuff to get the people that are already in acting and already professionals, you know, a little bit like a inspiration, a little kick. So that's really good too. And of course, you are always learning. So I'm sure even if you've been doing this for many, many years, you would appreciate these lives. Number 2 is prepare a monologue. Everybody needs to have monologues to have ready, because if you audition for theater, if you audition for commercials, or audition for an agent, they're going to ask you eventually for a monologue. And if you don't already have like a little bit of everything, you should definitely look some monologues up, some monologue books, and just prepare a monologue. You can film it, play it back, or send it to somebody for some feedback. I did make a video recently how during the shelter in place until June 1st, for now, let's see if it gets pushed, but for now, until June 1st, I'm willing to give you advice as a friend. I'm not an acting coach yet, but I'd be willing to just give you my feedback, and you can, you know, take it if you like it and ignore it if you don't. Monologues can be really hard to find unless you do some reading, because monologue books are sometimes a hit or miss. So if you don't know where to even start for reading plays, I'm going to be putting some of the plays I read in college in the description, so you can check some of those out. And if you don't have any money, you are very likely to find some of these just out in the internet for free, or in your local library you can find an ebook from it. And speaking of plays, which I am doing very play heavy, because having a background in acting, I have realized how much you actually learn and practice and rehearse in theater versus on camera. But the next thing is online play readings, which could potentially also be online short film readings, whatever. Right now, a lot of people are at home, and some of them are writers, and they're looking to just workshop their plays because they have so much time to write. So I am going to also leave a couple of links in the description of where you can sign up, or other places where you can look for plays. Right now, because Zoom is getting so big, a lot of people are doing readings on Zoom. So that's really cool, because you'll also get to socialize with other actors. And the next one is something that I am currently working on, because I don't know if you can tell because I have like similar stuff, but I moved. So I'm having to set up my self-tape audition setup again. So the last one is to play around and develop your self-tape audition setup, even if you have the smallest apartment, because trust me, my apartment's probably smaller than yours. You can have a self-tape audition setup. Maybe it's going to take you a little bit longer to set up than just having it up like I did in my last apartment, but improving it and testing out different things. Maybe you can stand over here and put the tripod over here. Maybe you can sit, just testing out different sounds for your self-tape audition and different backgrounds for it, because you do want it to be plain. So if maybe you have a sheet that you want to play around with, that you want to make sure to make it nice and tight and put it up, or if you want to order a piece of paper that you want to put as your background, whatever it is, play around with your self-tape audition setup right now, especially because you're going to have time. You can film a monologue with a certain self-tape audition setup, and then film the monologue in a different one. And don't forget about your self-tape audition setup for voiceover auditions, because that is really important to go in your closet. That's how I do it, and see maybe what you can put on the wall, see how the acoustics are like already, and just explore your self-tape audition setup. Your future self will be so thankful that you took this time in order to make your future auditions better. Let me know what else you guys are doing during this time of being able to get stuff done, because sometimes when you have the most time and all of the flexibility in the world is when you get the least amount of things done. At the end of every video, I feature another channel. This is today's feature. If you want to be featured on my next video, please leave me a comment about what your channel is about, like this video, and subscribe.